We're working on something special. Let's talk about it.
It's Crosby. Crosby on Kunitz and shot. Penguins win it! Sees part for Crosby to the goal. He scores!
Buckle up, baby. Are you kidding me?
And on Fay, the shot. He scores! Here's Crosby with a burst of speed up the middle. Gets open. Scores!
They're a collective.
Andy Kyoto is beating Minamaki's brains in. What a show!
Welcome to the Penguins Collective Podcast. My name's Louie. This is my biological brother, Josh. So suck it, Kelsey brothers. Suck it, Kachuk brothers. We've been doing this for the past 4 years. Two brothers talking about a sport. Real original. Anyway, we go live after every single Penguins game. But if you didn't know, we also talk about the Pittsburgh Penguins on a deeper level during the week. And we have decided, and we are cooking some things up. We are officially going to start a new series called What If Pittsburgh Penguins Edition. Now, if you're familiar with the Marvel series, What If, it takes the traditional storyline of, say, I don't know, Captain America, and say, what if he never got the serum? What if he never met Bucky? What if he never got the shield? We are doing something very similar in the Pittsburgh Penguins realm. We're going to take a lot of headline stories from the Pittsburgh Penguins, and we are going to think about and also break down what if that didn't happen. Josh, what are some topics that we're cooking up? What are some episodes that we have for the fans every week, maybe going into the next year, Josh? I don't know. We could be cooking this bad boy up for a while. What could they be expecting in the future?
Yeah, so I mean, obviously, like you said, we're going to look at the headlines and major story topics that have, just kind of encompassed the Pittsburgh Penguins history, and possibly talking about what if Mario never bought the Penguins? What if we didn't win the lottery in 2005? What if we didn't go back-to-back? What if Detroit scored on that goal on Fleury in 08?
In 09.
And yeah,
09.
like what?
Yeah.
09. I apologize. In 09. Who knows? And that's what we're going to do. We're going to go into the background of the official situation, the actual story, and then we're going to just spin it. What if X,
What if that
Y, and
didn't
Z?
happen? Yeah.
What if that didn't happen? And then what would try to be logical? What would be the logical outcomes of that situation? So I'm excited for it, mainly because it's going to require a lot of research, and that's what I like to do with this stuff.
So
that's where it's like, this is where we get to dive in, try to do a little storytelling, and hopefully bring something a little bit more entertaining than just some analysis for you guys on a weekly basis.
Yeah, and I always like to echo this main point. A lot of people come onto this podcast and they go, "Well, you're an analyst podcast, just like everyone else who has a Penguins podcast, where they break down the stats and they look at the game in a very analytical way." And that's not us. We are fans first. We have come on a podcast to talk about the team that we both love. Now, we can't do that with the foundation of that team getting built. And that is something that we love to talk about. Like the draft pick that the Pittsburgh Penguins got for Mario Lemieux. A lot of people said that they should have traded it. The Penguins were doing bad. They didn't know how good Mario was going to be. They knew he was in juniors, but they didn't know how good he would be. So why don't you trade that pick, get a massive return, and then go about your day? But the Penguins said, no, we believe this guy is special. Well, if we didn't do that, the Pittsburgh Penguins would probably not be here if it wasn't for Mario
Mhm.
Lemieux. And there is going to be a lot of topics talking about Mario Lemieux because he has done a lot for this franchise. And there are a lot of what ifs around his career. What if he never got hurt? What if he continued? There are so many topics that we can break down just about Mario Lemieux. But we want to hear from you guys as well. We want to know what you guys want in this what if series. We'd love to take suggestions, so make sure you put those in the comments down below. Josh.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I think you nailed it. This is going to be super exciting. It's going to be long. It's going to be drawn out. We already have a lot.
We have some topics. We have
a lot of topics. Like Louie said, it's going to take us into next calendar year. But we kind of would love to hear your suggestions. If we don't have something, if our mental loads aren't comprehending a certain storyline that you guys want to tackle on the What If series, let us know, and we can drag this out possibly all the way through the end of the actual season. That would be wild if we can get that many topics. But yeah, we're going to be pushing this into January, so that's going to be super exciting. And I'm looking forward to it. I do play the What If game in my mind all the time. Because I love the you also play the butterfly effect with it as well. So it's like, well, like if this didn't happen, then who knows what would have been the result of that 100%. Down the road. So super looking forward to it. You never know what's going to come out of Louie's mouth over there when we throw out these hypotheticals.
That's true.
And that's the thing I also want to, preface with all this. These are going to be hypotheticals.
Yes.
Coming from us personally. Okay. This is not, they're not going to be, based on, some article or some story or some stat. This is just going to be what we feel. And then based off of our memories, what we think would have happened at the time. Because again, some of this stuff we're going to be going back 10, 20 years. It's going to be hard to try to remember. Obviously, we'll have some facts.
We'll do our research
built into it. Yeah. But I mean, at the same time, once we get to the end of the actual story, there will be no more facts. It will then just be story time. So that's where I just want to preface. It will all be hypothetical.
Now, I'm also excited for this What If series. Now, this will air on our Friday time slot. So if you didn't know, we put up 2 episodes a week, where on Tuesday, we break down the headlines of what's happening in Pittsburgh. Maybe some takes that are going on. The Penguins are off to a hot start this season. So you're going to see a lot of episodes on Tuesday that come out where we talk about the current Pittsburgh Penguins, the organization, how are we getting better, worse, whatever the headline is. Josh and I will break that down. But Friday's episode will be our What If episodes. So once again, Tuesday episode is for the current Pittsburgh Penguins, breaking everything down, reacting, all of that. That is on Tuesday. On Friday is going to be our What If series. So if you like to be entertained before you go on and enjoy your weekend, make sure you watch, make sure you subscribe, do all the stuff you need to so that way you could stay up to date with TPC and the What If series.
All right, guys, now we want to hear from you. As always, drop it in the comments. What do you recommend we do for the What If series? Like we said, we already have a bunch of topics, but we may have missed some. So we want to hear from you as well. So make sure you put that in the comments. Like the video, hit subscribe. Make sure you're following us on all social media platforms at Pens Collective. We go live after every single game. Coming up, we got the Sweden Global Series, and then we come back home next Friday, a week from today, against the Wild. So make sure you catch us going live then. Louie, as always,
let's go Pens.
It's Crosby. Crosby on Trinity shot. Penguins win it.
Buckle up, baby. Are you kidding me?
We're a collective.